spoke to, just before I say who it was that I spoke to, just to say that Mark Anthony has taken to the mat now. He faces Ciril Grossklaus of Switzerland.
Yes.
But I spoke to Sung Dae-nam in Mongolia the year before, when he turned up and he won the Genghis Khan Open, they call it. It's now going to be like you've got a Grand Prix. They've got the Grand Prix there in Mongolia. They've worked hard for it. Now they've got to turn their, what used to be called a World Cup, they've turned that into a Grand Prix now.
That's going to be a tough tournament too.
And and Sung Dae-nam came out there and he won it. And he was 30 or 31, I think, at the time. And I said, what is it that keeps you going? And he said, there's only one thing that keeps me going, the Olympic Games. And I thought, you're not even going to select you, mate, because there were 2 or 3 other Koreans in there.
But it's, I think for every athlete, that Olympic medal is always the pursuit. It's what keeps people around for as long as it does. I mean, the ability to win one and to accomplish that goal.
What a thing, though. I mean, to have that as your goal, to be so focused on it that you can, patch yourself up and keep yourself going and openly admit it. Hey, that's what I want, and then to achieve it.
Absolutely, and I mean that's just one of those things. I mean, it's a continual pursuit of that Olympic medal at all points. I
was happy for him. We haven't seen him since. I think he's pretty much shut up shop now. I've done, what next?
I'll tell you, that's what kept me around. I mean, that was the one medal I didn't have. I mean, at the World Championships and stuff, I mean, it was a pursuit of that medal.
Well, Beijing must have been an incredible experience. They, against a lot of, there was a sort of political things, commentating on what the situation was in China and all sorts of things. But when you got there and you were around and moving around and everything, you never felt that you were in a place that would have a kind of lifestyle in any way that you would be shocked. Everything looked
great. Yeah. I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, it was it felt like the Olympic Games.
Yeah. They put on a good show, didn't they?
Absolutely. I mean, they put on a phenomenal show. From just the professionalism of what they did to all the venues. The venues were just absolutely incredible too. But they ran a great Olympics, I thought. I mean, we had a ton of fun. I mean, it was great. After the Olympics, there was tons of stuff for the athletes to do, which is awesome.
No score yet between Grossklaus and Mark Anthony.
Oh, here he's got.
I don't think he would have got away with it because he put the hands together.
No
and then he bailed.
Yep.
Because he actually let go, didn't he? I mean, he could have followed through, and he decided against it.
But you're seeing a lot of guys where they'll fake the just to be able to turn their body and then come back with the lock. So, I mean, they're starting to figure it out how to get to that position.
Work it,
yeah. Oh, nice attempt.
I did, yeah.
Yep.
Talking to one of your girls yesterday about the choice between Ippon Seoinage and Morote Seoinage. What was it that makes someone favor one over another? Because the changes are not that. First of all the entry work is similar.
Exactly.
But what makes one more comfortable than the other? What did you favor?
I would have to say like the cross grip would be probably a better cross grip Morote Seoinage. Yeah. For me it would be very difficult to do the standard with my height and stuff like that. I could never get the turn. So if I was going to do the drop, it would definitely be from the cross grip. But also you got to be careful. I mean, if you're doing your standard Ippon Seoinage, you got to be careful because if you lose the tightness, they're going to pull right up, right up on top of you and sink right in. And with the amount of time they're giving for Newas now, it's pretty. You definitely got to watch where you're going.
So, what Brian is actually inferring as well, maybe inadvertently, is as a result of the change in the application of the Newaza rule, just because the rule was there already, to allow things to happen here and there. They're just allowing longer. The risk, because there is so much more Newaza, the risk that you run in constantly, attempting these drop techniques is greater because they're allowing more time on the ground. So you probably won't risk it as much,
Yeah, and I think it's all about position too, is what's going to decide how you really throw the drop Seoinage. So I think it's all about their position and their movement, their timing and stuff. And I mean, if you see, I mean, you see a lot. You saw a lot of all of it yesterday, really.
Well, Mark Anthony has piled up 3 penalties. There's still a minute to go.
The Swiss player, he looks very physically strong as well, but able to break the grips off. You know, that's another thing. You know, with the grips now, not being able to peel it off if they have the grip, you have to break it with one hand now. So
just one hand, yeah.
Makes it a little bit
or deal with it.
Difficult. Yeah, or deal with it.
You know, work something from whatever it is. I mean, I can't remember which of the Japanese it is who, I don't know, Korean, Kim. Kim says, take a grip.
Yeah.
Isaev as well, the Russian, take a grip, and I'll work from there. I'll do something from here.
Right.
You know, risky job,
well,
you know.
If you look at the Mongolians yesterday,
yeah.
It didn't matter what their opponents had,
yeah.
what type of grip. They were able to shoot whatever they needed to from all different
yeah.
angles and different grips.
I suppose that's the thing then. Make sure that you work on a number of entries.
Absolutely.
You
know, no entry is an off entry, I guess you could say, or an off position.
Down on mat number 1, just to let you know that Magomed Nazmudinov of Russia, has he gone over here as well? Yeah, Grossklaus has caught Mark Anthony.
He looks like he tried for the souffle, and it actually, you know, it didn't work out the way he needed
didn't
to.
rise.
So, yeah.
Nazmudinov defeated Ulizbaya of Mongolia down on mat number 1. Nazmudinov throwing the big Mongolian for Ippon. Right.